Kinder Morgan is one of those stories. It is pressing pause, if you will, on its Trans Mountain Pipeline project. The company is suspending all non-essential activities and related spending, and it's laying blame at the feet of British Columbia's government. But Alberta Premier Rachel Notley says this pipeline will be built no matter what it takes. We've got CBC's Nick Gamache on the story. He joins me live from our nation's capital. Certainly a showdown, and it has been, between Notley and BC Premier John Horgan. Where does Ottawa fit into all of this, Nick?
Well, this is actually a key test for Justin Trudeau and the Liberals. Their entire pitch has been that the environment and the economy go together. We've heard that talking point again and again. And one of the arguments to sell the national price on carbon was that it could help deliver a pipeline. But if that doesn't happen, a lot of people will be asking under what conditions exactly could a new pipeline project go through in this country. Now, the Prime Minister, his ministers, even Rachel Notley can say that this pipeline will get built, but governments don't build pipelines, companies do. And in this case, Kinder Morgan has given itself until May 31st to find a way to get past this uncertainty created by the BC government. What can Ottawa do? Here's Natural Resources Minister Jim Carr.
All options are on the table for the Government of Canada. You know what our policy ambitions are. It's to have the pipeline built, and you know why. You know it's in our jurisdiction. And we consulted for months with tens of thousands of Canadians, and we concluded after all of those consultations that this pipeline is good for all of Canada.
Now, the federal government saying all options on the table. That's what they've been saying for months now. Rachel Notley, the Premier of Alberta, wants to see Ottawa actually act on some of those options as she's considering her own response to all of this, including becoming an investor in the project. But the bottom line is both Ottawa and Alberta want BC to get in line here.
And Nick, what's British Columbia saying at this point?
So far, they're not budging. John Horgan, remember, was elected saying that they would use every tool in the toolbox to stop this project. And the point is that it might not be about using the tools, but about putting that toolbox in the window to create that uncertainty that's leading Kinder Morgan to press pause on this. Here's Premier John Horgan.
I profoundly believe in the rights of British Columbians to stand up and make sure that we're doing everything we can to protect the interests of our province. I don't want to do that in a provocative way. I don't want any threats. I don't want any ultimatums, and I believe other governments should follow suit.
So John Horgan still saying the same thing calmly, saying he thinks this province is doing what it's allowed to do. But the clock is ticking now for Alberta and Ottawa to find a way to move Horgan past that point and agree to let the Kinder Morgan Trans Mountain Pipeline go ahead.
Thank you, Nick. CBC's Nick Gamache in Ottawa.